Hello, hi, I'm Coach S. Blanster of the Dallas Staryu, and this is our Week 8 Team Builder video for our rematch against the Philadelphia Flygons. Now, we've had a 3-game slide, which is a little disappointing, so this is a very important match for us. We need to be able to get back onto the winning track. In fact, if Philadelphia wins, then they'll be above us in the standings as well, and we'll be in 3rd place, with Toronto possibly catching up. So we don't want to choke the season away, so we need to win today. Now, last time we faced Philadelphia, we were able to pretty much shut down his team with Cresselia. He didn't have much for it once it started paralyzing things, and it pretty much just slowly walled him and killed him with Future Sight. So I don't think we're going to be able to do that again. One, because he knows what worked last time, but two, because he's made a couple of acquisitions since then, which makes him a little bit better prepared for the same strategy that I used back in Week 3. So we're going to go a little bit different route. So his team is Mega Gallade, Gengar, Mamoswine, Scolipede, Rotom Heat, a new acquisition, Greninja, also picked up in free trade agency, Flygon, Slurpuff, Dusclops, and Probopass. So right away, I know that Rotom Heat and Greninja are most likely going to come. Greninja is very fast and has the coverage that it needs to hit everything on my team super effectively. So I know that I'm going to have to deal with Greninja in some way. Now, I don't think Greninja is going to be Choice Scarf, because if it locks itself into the wrong move, then I can get a switch into something that resists and proceed to hit something very hard, if not it. Rotom Heat is also a problem, because with Choice Specs, it can hit very hard with Overheat. Mega Pinsir doesn't want to take that. Klefki doesn't want to take that. Globalia doesn't want to take that. Even Nidoking, it's not going to take that very well either. So I have to be careful of Rotom Heat. And since it levitates, I'm not going to be able to slow it down with the Sticky Web very easily, or hit it with any Earth Powers or Earthquakes or anything like that. I also believe that Probopass is going to come. It is a very good switch into Mega Pinsir. Mega Pinsir cannot touch it very well, except for close combat, and with the Chople Berry, which he ran last time, he can take that very well. So I can't really stay in on Mega Pinsir on Probopass unless it's already worn down quite significantly. The good thing is Probopass can't do a whole lot else to my team other than set up Stealth Rocks. So I'll play around that. But I do have to watch out for Probopass, because with Magnet Pull, it can potentially trap my Klefki, and I don't want Klefki to go down, because it's kind of an emergency. Bail me out. Jingles, we need you to bail me out. That's what it's there for. So I also think that Dusclops or Slurpuff is going to come, and I think Dusclops is his better Pokemon, because with the Eviolite, it's very hard to take down. Even super effective hits, it's not going to be very easy. I'm going to have to try to knock off that Eviolite if possible. It would make it a whole lot easier to take it down. But I can't stay in on Mega Pinsir this time. I don't think he's going to allow me to set up a substitute again. He'll just Nightshade, because last time that got him in a lot of trouble. But Return's only going to do about 52% to the same spread he had last time, which was max defense, max special defense with the Eviolite. So hopefully we can work around that if he does bring Dusclops. I also think that either Mamoswine or Flygon is going to come, and I think that's going to be a Scarf, for whichever one it is. I think that Mamoswine is probably actually his better Scarfer, although we could see Flygon. If we do see Flygon, it is possible that it could have Defog, but I think Stealth Rocks are more important to him. I think he's going to take that. So I don't think he's going to bring the Defog on it, because he doesn't want to take rocks on my side either. I don't think he's going to expect my Sticky Web coming, to be honest. But if he does bring Mamoswine, that means it will be caught in the webs, and I will be able to slow it down to its basic speed. And I do think Mega Gallade will come. I don't think we're going to see Gengar or Scolipede this time. I mean, it's possible. Gengar does outspeed a lot of my team and can hit things pretty hard. It's a very good way to take down Cresselia too with Shadow Ball, but I think he's going to use Greninja for that this time. But we'll see. I think Mega Gallade, I think he's probably going to have some kind of setup set, Swords Dance. That way he's not completely walled by Cresselia like he was last time. But let's get into my team, and we'll see how it works out. Because I'm actually more nervous about this one than I was last time. Last time I felt very confident, but this time, Philadelphia could very well win if he brings the right stuff. But let's get into this team. So first we have Sir Dickpinch. Sir Dickpinch is making a comeback. We didn't bring him for the last 4 matches, but we're bringing him now. So Sir Dickpinch here is going to have 252 attack, adamant nature, 40 in HP, and 212 in speed. This 212 in speed will allow me to outspeed Greninja after the sticky web is set up. I have substitute in case I can set it up on something. I'm not sure if I will be able to this time, but you never know. I have close combat mostly for Probopass, but also it can hit Mamoswine very hard. I have quick attack for priority. It does do about 80% on Gallade. So if I can take it down to that point, then I can quick attack things, and I got return because it's my hardest hitting stab move. Basic set. In fact, I think this is the exact same set as I brought last time, except with more speed investment because of the Greninja acquisition. The next up, we're bringing Moonshine, the Cresselia, because Cresselia is a very good wall against Philadelphia's team. He does have more answers to it this week, so I have to be mindful of that. But we have the Moonblast, the Thunderwave, the Moonlight, and the Gravity. What I want to do with Gravity is bring his levitators to the ground. If I have Gravity up, that means Rotom Heat can be hit by Earthquake or Earth Power, and it will also be affected by the Sticky Web. Same thing goes for Flygon or Gengar if he brings those. So I think Gravity will come in clutch if I can bring it in to set it up. We have Moonlight for recovery, Thunderwave for speed control on anything that's not Rotom Heat, Gengar, or Rotom Heat, Flygon, or Mamoswine. And Moonblast is it's really my best option for hitting multiple things super effectively. For example, Mega Gallade. But he's not as weak to Psychic as he was last time, so I'm not bringing the Psychic step. Next up, we have Jingles the Klefki, and Jingles is basically playing an emergency. I need to paralyze something. I need to set up a screen, something like that. But I have to watch out because Probopass can trap me with Magnet Pull. That's why we're bringing Magnet Rise and Hidden Power Fighting as my attack, so I can take down that Probopass. Unless it's packing Hidden Power Fire, it's not going to be able to hit me with the Magnet Rise up. So hopefully that allows me to play around the Probopass. And Thunder Wave with Prankster, I'm hoping I can Thunder Wave the I'm hoping that I can Thunder Wave the Greninja or the Gallade. The Magnet Rise will also allow me to wall Mamoswine pretty well, and possibly Flygon very well, depending on what his set is. But we'll see. We'll see how this works out. Next up, we have Elvis, the Nidoking, and we're bringing him as my all-around attack. If I can get Sticky Webs up, then I can outspeed the majority of his team. With this speed investment right here, I will outspeed even Greninja after Greninja's affected by the webs. So that's the plan. We have 68 in HP and 252 in special attack, modest nature, with sheer force and life orb. So Focus Blast is going to be my best all-around play. I can switch in on Probopass very well, and I can Focus Blast and hit something very hard. There's not much I can take Focus Blast except for Dusclops, and if I can manage to take down Dusclops, then I can Focus Blast without any worries. Now I don't know if he'll switch in Dusclops because it is a very good answer to. It's a very good switch in to things like Sir Dickpinch's close combat or Cobalion his close combat. But you never know. Earth Power does hit Dusclops very hard, but unfortunately, it's a roll to be a 2-hit KO. It's not going to be good. But Earth Power, if I can get the Gravity set up, I can just Earth Power everything. Once Gravity is set up, he has absolutely no resistances to ground type moves. So I can just Earth Power away. Rotom Heat would be quad weak. Mamoswine, while it's not resisted, will take quite a chunk. Flygon will also take quite a chunk. These are all things that aren't going to want to take an Earth Power. Even Greninja's not going to want to take it very well because Greninja's pretty frail. Next up, we got Baby Mama the Leavanny. We're bringing this with the Focus Sash so I can get Sticky Web set up. But I'm also bringing Magikarp because I think that RG, the Awesome, is going to want to set up Stealth Rocks right away so that my Mega Pinsir is limited in how many times you can switch in. So I'm bringing the Magikarp to bounce those rocks back. I actually plan on leading with Baby Mama. Now, if he leads with Rotom Heat, that would be the worst case situation. If he leads with Greninja, I can either make a choice to set up the webs, or I can just Leaf Blade and kill it. I have knockoff for the Dusclops if I ever have a chance to knock off a Eviolite. That could come in handy. We're running Adamant with 252 attack. I'm not going to be able to outspeed Rotom Heat, to be honest. But he doesn't know that. In fact, if Rotom Heat's worn down, I don't know if he'll switch in because knockoff could outspeed and possibly kill it if he's down 40% or so, and also take out his item. So we'll see how Leavanny goes. I think Leavanny's going to be very important because of the Sticky Web. I think that's going to allow me to deal with the Greninja and the Mega Gallade a lot easier, and especially everything else if I can set up the Gravity. And finally, we have Cobalion, the Blue Musketeer, or Blue Musketeer, the Cobalion, whichever you prefer. And we are bringing it with the Fist Plate. One, because I don't want to reveal my item. I don't want Life Orb to wear me down. There's a number of reasons. But we're bringing an offensive Cobalion with Close Combat, Iron Head, Bounce, and Rock Polish. Now, if I can get rid of the Dusclops and I can get everything else down to around 70% or so, then I can set up Rock Polish on something like the Probopass, and I can proceed to sweep the rest of his team. Close Combat will do about 90% on Flygon if it wants to switch in with the Fist Blade. I have Iron Head for Slurpuff. I have Bounce for the Mega Gallade, which will do about 70%. And if I have the Rock Polish up, I'll be faster. So if I can get it down to 70%, I can actually knock it out. It also has the potential of paralyzing something if something decides to switch in. Which, his switch-ins, he doesn't have very many good options because I can just switch up the move the next turn and hit, for example, I can hit Probopass with Close Combat, I can hit Slurpuff with Iron Head, I can hit Greninja with Close Combat, I can hit Mamoswine with Close Combat. These are all things I can do, and I will outspeed all of them with the Rock Polish. So this is my team for Week 8. I'm not sure, I'm about 60% sure that I'll win, which is not the best odds in the world, but we'll see. I do need to win today. It's very important that I win. But I am Esplancer, coach of the Staryu. My opponent is RG the Awesome, coach of the Philadelphia Flygons. Both of our channels will be linked down below. Please check us out. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, leave any comments down below, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'm signing out. Ladies and gentlemen, a new Staryu is rising.